Woo! Just chill it today. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Stand Focused for Jesus. It is 7:37 a.m. It is a cool 46 degrees. And I haven't made a video in a while, so I just decided to make one, put it out there, let everybody know what's going on, let everybody know that I'm all right. I'm doing well in Christ. Yeah, the family's doing good. The wife is doing good. David is doing good. David is growing. The boy, the boy has a strong-willed spirit because he's crawling now, but he really only crawls so he can grab onto something so he can get up and try to walk. So yeah, he's not crawling around the house, but he will crawl until he can reach you or reach a chair or reach whatever, and then stand up so he can try to walk. And if we're laying in the bed, that's all he does. It's all day, every day. Get up, try to take a step, fall, get up. He will sit there and do that all day. So I just have been enjoying my family. It's my first time being a father, a fleshly father, and you learn a lot of lessons, which is always good. You learn a lot of lessons that can also help you in ministry, just speaking from a personal perspective. It brings out a lot of issues in you, a lot of issues of the heart, a lot of stuff that you didn't know you dealt with, or, in your flesh. I would say for me, patience. My lack of patience when it comes to my wife. I don't always have the best patience when it comes to her in certain situations or whatever it may be, and that has come out of me. Well, I guess God has brought that forth to show me that I need to bring that before Him. Just as Christ is patient with us, so I have to learn to be patient with my wife more. I have to learn how to address situations when they need to be addressed, and sometimes I have a problem with getting them mixed. Like, of course, if a situation calls for me to address it with authority, like putting my foot down, then it needs to be that. But if it doesn't call for that, then I don't need to do that. And that's just something that God has brought out of me, that, hey, you need to work on that by bringing it forth to me so I can work on it in you. And so those are lessons that I'm learning in marriage, that are going to help my wife, going to help myself, going to help my son, and also others that I deal with. And I mean, y'all know I keep it real. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't have any problems, any issues. I deal with stuff just like anybody. But as we know, and as we remember, we have to bring these issues and these problems before the throne of God so that He can work them in us. Because the things that we do that we don't want to do, that's not what we want to do. Paul talked about that. So yeah, didn't even comb my beard this morning. Looking all crazy. Just woke up and got out of the house. Also, let us remember to pray. Sometimes we get so caught up in life and doing things for the Lord. Sometimes we do so many things for the Lord that we don't take the time to pray. My wife and I, we haven't been praying together as much as we should, and she brought that in remembrance. She said that, and I said that too. So we know that's something that the Holy Spirit was speaking to both of us, that we need to come together more and pray like we're supposed to. Now, I pray and she prays, but just coming together as a family. We do it, but we have not been doing it as consistent as we should be doing it. So you got that. We recently went on vacation, first official family vacation. Went down to Knoxville, Tennessee, and we visited. It's called the Beckham Cultural Center or something like that. I was down there on a job, and I was able to bring my wife and bring my son, which is pretty cool. That's the benefit. One of the benefits of being self-employed, a lot of times you can bring your family depending on what the job is. I'm gonna have do some videos, some classes or whatever you want to call it, on how to get your paperwork and stuff done to be incorporated. Whether you want to do a DBA, which is a doing business as. It just means that your business is you, and you're operating under whatever name. Or if you want to do an LLC, S corp, C corp, that means that the business is separate from you. That means the business is a separate entity. It's pretty much you're giving life to an entity that didn't exist, that exists on paper, which is crazy, but hey, that's the world that we live in. Because a lot of times, a corporation is more powerful than the people that started the corporation, because you have given life to this entity on paper, or whatever. Think about Google. Google is more powerful than the people who started it. And I can go biblical with that, but some of y'all, you should get the point. And I only have a few minutes because my SD card is about full. But yeah, we went down there. I went to a restaurant called Nick and Jay's, it was pretty good. In the heart of what they call the Bible Belt. The cultural center was pretty interesting. It was like a black cultural center, and it just showed the history of what went down in the past. I had heard about it and stuff. When I didn't really hear about it, but when I Googled things to do in Knoxville, Tennessee, that was one of the top things that came up to do. And then when I got there, I thought it was something else, but then it's pretty much African, Hebrew culture. They didn't call it that, but that's what I perceived from the different things that I saw. They had historic books and stuff like that, artifacts. And I say that was more so Hebrew. It was a Hebrew cultural center because they had some artifacts in there that were, amazing. They had the actual replicas of the slave ships, and they had the instruments that were used for slavery. The ones you see in the books and the pictures and the videos where they put around their necks and the shackles and stuff, they actually had that in their cultural center. And so I was looking at a piece of history, and it was, it was humbling that I knew that God had led me right there to that spot to see that and just to reflect on it. There was 3 replicas of the slave ships that they had, and one of them was called the Sea of Death. And I'm not going to get into all the details because I have the actual footage. I'm going to let you hear what the lady had to say about it. So stay tuned for that in another video. My internet is acting crazy out there in the boondocks where I stay at, the sticks. And that's why I haven't been uploading videos. But I just really haven't felt led to upload videos, and I don't like to upload videos just to upload videos. I can talk about stuff all day. I got many things to talk about, many videos to make. I got 3 or 4, maybe 4 or 5 videos already in the work that I just need to complete to get them uploaded. But if I do something, I want to do it in love and not just because, oh yeah, just let me just go through the motions, as you see so many Christians or professing Christians do. So I just try to move and be led by the Spirit. And like I said, I've been spending time with the family, working. But going back to the slave ship replicas, they have one where the lady is telling us that it's old. I think she said, I forgot how old she said it. I'm not going to sit here and try to quote it. But it's a original. And she said that I think they got it from a white lady. And it was passed down through the family. And I thought that was interesting because I would have thought that a black person or Hebrew would have had that ship made. But it wasn't. It was a white person that had it made. And I'm assuming that he was either a part of building that original slave ship, or he had to have some type of connection to it to have it built, regardless of what it was. Maybe he was a part of it. Maybe he had it built as a remembrance of what went down. Maybe he was one of the ones, an immigrant on there or whatever. I don't know. I just know what she told me. But it was interesting because that was a original. Nobody else has that original, and it was so old. It was so small, and she was telling the story. You like, whoa. Then we had a chance to go to Savannah, Georgia. Now, when we went to the Beck Cultural Center, Savannah, Georgia came up because I was asking questions and stuff. Make sure I have enough time. I was asking questions, and in Savannah, Georgia, if you don't know, they have what they call the First African Baptist Church. Now, I don't deal with a building being the church, but you get the point. And this was the first church building that was built by slaves. Now, I mentioned this before, but the interesting thing about this church is it's a historic church. This is if you go to do research, it's a world-renowned church. Like, people come to the church, come from all around the country to visit this church and stuff. And we went there and they gave this big old tour. I only came really for one thing. And I mentioned this before. They have a lot of original stuff that was built by the slaves. You go upstairs, and I'm going to show that video too in another video. You go upstairs, they have the original pews that was built by the slaves. On the pews, they have Aramaic, which is Arabic, which is also comes from where we get Hebrew and stuff. So slaves couldn't read or write English. But why would slaves who we know were Hebrews that were brought over here, why would they write on the pew in Aramaic or Hebrew? Which gives you even that much more evidence that the Jews of the Bible, the physical Jews, are what we call the people of color. And in the video, the guy tells you, he says that one of them, only one writing on there had been translated. And I think he said that writing says there's no God but God, or there's no God but one God, or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. So I always wanted to go there when I heard about it. Savannah's like 4 hours away from me, because it's a piece of history, and it's something that you can't deny. When you put that with the rest of the evidence, and you still choose not to believe that the Jews of the Bible, the physical Jews, are a people of color that came over here on slave ship, that was prophesied in the book of Deuteronomy 28 and many other passages in the Bible, you got some big problems. You got to explain, like, how in the world did these people, how were they writing Aramaic? People have a hard time understanding Aramaic and Hebrew, or even writing it today. Yet it's there, and it's clear as day. For those who study languages and everything, I mean, it's a historical fact. There's no way around that. But it was interesting to visit that place. Another thing I'm gonna tell you is the original pulpit that they have up there. It was made out of gopher wood, and gopher wood is hard to get. Some of you know the importance of gopher wood, but I'm gonna tell you the importance of gopher wood and why. Just showing you that these people, they knew what was going on. Gopher wood is what the Noah's Ark was made out of. Gopher wood is what the Ark of the Covenant was made out of. Gopher wood is what Moses' staff or Moses' rod was made out of. It was made out of gopher wood. So you just think they chose to make their pulpit? It's a big pulpit too. To me, it actually looks like the Ark. Not the Noah's Ark, but the Ark of the Covenant. They decided to make it out of gopher wood in America. Gopher wood don't grow in America like that. I don't even think, if I'm not mistaken, gopher wood isn't even native to America. So how'd they get the gopher wood over here? And why they go through all the trouble to get the gopher wood over here? They knew what was up. You just don't do stuff like that unless you know. Give you even more evidence. So yeah, that's what's been going on lately. I'm about to run out of minutes on my phone as far as recording. My SD card's almost full, but I'm about to drink my smoothie. This goodness for me. Y'all pray for me. I'm gonna continue to pray for y'all. I love y'all. God bless each and every one of you in Jesus Christ's name. As always, stay focused for Jesus. I'm gonna say it again. As always, stay focused for Jesus. Keep on doing what you're called to do, regardless of if I'm making a video or not. I know some of y'all like to watch the videos because of the knowledge and wisdom that I give because of what God has given me, and you just like to fellowship with me. You know, I understand that, but you know, I'm not promised to be here. You know, God may call me to do something else, but do know that I do love y'all. And I haven't forgotten about y'all as far as putting the videos and stuff out and fellowshipping and everything. And continue doing what Christ has called you to do. And if I never see you again on a video, I hope and I pray that you are truly born again. And I see you in heaven. God bless you.